Imagine walking into a showroom so quiet you can hear your own heartbeat. The polished marble floor reflects spotlights like a mirror, and in the center of it all sits a massive silhouette that almost looks alive. At first glance, it's impossible to tell if you're looking at a spaceship, a fortress, or something altogether new. But as the lights rise and shadows peel away, the truth emerges: this is not the kind you've ever seen before. This is a futuristic, obsidian-black giant with glowing orange veins of light running across its angular frame like fire trapped in crystal. It doesn't just look powerful, it looks dangerous. The crowd that surrounds it falls silent. Every line of this vehicle seems deliberate, sharp, designed to intimidate. Its body rejects smooth curves. Instead, it embraces edges, corners, and facets like a stealth jet sculpted into the form of a The obsidian-black finish drinks in the light, while glowing orange accents pulse softly, as if the vehicle itself has a heartbeat. It doesn't feel mechanical. It feels alive. Your eyes are immediately drawn to the front. A massive diamond-cut grille, illuminated in molten orange, glows like the furnace of a starship. It doesn't just announce presence, it demands submission. Above it, the roofline tapers backward into a sleek spaceship silhouette, making the whole motorhome look like it could lift off the ground and vanish into the night sky. And then there are the wheels. Massive polygonal alloys, unlike anything on a traditional vehicle, each with glowing cores that throb with orange light. They don't just roll, they dominate the space around them, like the thrusters of a spacecraft disguised as tires. Every rotation of these wheels would feel like unleashing a shockwave across the pavement. The panoramic windows stretch across the body in a fractured crystal pattern, shimmering under the lights. They look less like glass and more like armor, as if this vehicle was designed to survive a war on another planet. Overhead, holographic displays hover in the air, highlighting the specs, the power, the promise of what's inside. It's less a vehicle launch and more a performance, a revelation of the future made real. And this is where the hook tightens, because while the outside looks like something crafted for interstellar battles, the inside is something else entirely. This motorhome was not built to simply move people from one place to another. It was built to move them into another reality. But before we step inside, take a second and imagine what it would feel like to drive down a highway in this beast. To have the world stare in disbelief as a colossal obsidian giant, glowing with fiery orange light, cruises past them. It wouldn't just be a road trip. It would be a declaration that you're not just traveling. You're rewriting the rules of travel. And that's why we're diving deep today. We're going to explore every corner of this extraordinary creation, from its cutting-edge exterior design to its jaw-dropping interior and cockpit that looks more like a starship command center than a driver's seat. If you've ever dreamed of living in the future, buckle up, because you're about to step inside it. But before we go further, don't forget, if you love exploring insane futuristic machines like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Not only does it help us keep creating more jaw-dropping content, but it also ensures you'll never miss the vehicles that are about to change the world. Subscribe, turn on the bell, and join us as we take a journey inside the motorhome that has shocked the entire automotive industry. The lights in the showroom dim again. A low hum fills the air. Slowly, the side doors unfold, not like ordinary doors, but like wings spreading open. The glowing orange light spills out, painting the marble floor in fiery streaks. The crowd leans forward, drawn by curiosity, by awe, by the need to see what secrets are hidden inside. And as you take your first step into the interior, everything you thought you knew about motorhomes shatters. Inside, obsidian-black walls curve with jagged edges, softened by flowing orange light strips that trace every seam like veins of lava. The glow isn't harsh. It's warm, alive, breathing. The floor is a reflective black surface with embedded orange patterns that pulse faintly under your footsteps. It feels less like stepping into a vehicle and more like entering a temple of technology, a sacred space of futuristic luxury. At the center of the cabin floats a crystalline table, its surface alive with holographic projections, maps, entertainment options, environmental controls all hover in midair, waiting for your command. Around it, modular seating in matte carbon fiber shells hugs your body, wrapped in black leather, stitched with glowing orange threads. Each seat swivels, reclines, and adapts to your posture with AI precision, giving you the comfort of a luxury lounge fused with the efficiency of a spaceship. The ambient lighting shifts with your mood. Soft orange glows for relaxation, pulsing flames when you want energy, and even a starlit effect when night falls. Look up, and the ceiling transforms into a galaxy projection, immersing you in a cosmic panorama. You're not just traveling, you're drifting through space, surrounded by the stars. And the surprises don't stop there. Hidden within the walls are compartments that reveal themselves only when summoned. A retractable bed slides out like it's floating on air. A sleek kitchen emerges with black metallic surfaces and glowing orange trims. There's even a meditation pod, designed to seal you away from the world, where you can sit back as holographic visuals and soundscapes wash over you, taking you far beyond the limits of Earth. Every detail inside feels intentional, designed not just to impress, but to overwhelm your senses. The orange glow, the black walls, the futuristic furniture. It's not just an interior, it's an escape. And yet, the most incredible part still lies ahead, because at the front of this rolling fortress is a cockpit that redefines what it means to drive, or should we say, what it means to pilot. As you move further inside, the silence of the cabin feels surreal. The showroom noise fades, and all that remains is the soft hum of hidden machinery and the pulsing orange light that seems to breathe with you. Every step feels like you're being guided deeper into another world. This isn't just transportation, it's immersion. The first thing that takes your breath away is the lounge area. Forget couches and stiff seating. This space feels like it belongs on a private spaceship. The chairs aren't chairs at all. They're sculpted pods that cradle your body with memory tech foam, covered in soft obsidian leather stitched with glowing orange threads that seem to pulse with your heartbeat. When you sit down, the seat doesn't just adjust, it studies you, mapping the angles of your spine and adjusting until you're held in perfect balance. Recline, rotate, or lie completely flat. Every movement is smooth, soundless, as if the furniture itself is alive and obeying your will. On the far side of the cabin, the walls themselves transform. A flat, glossy black panel suddenly dissolves into a panoramic display, showing not the cold showroom walls outside, but rolling landscapes, oceans, even alien worlds. It's not a screen. It feels real, like the walls have melted away into windows to other dimensions. Whether you're parked in the middle of a city or driving through endless highways, your environment can change instantly. One command, and the motorhome becomes a glass bubble floating in the middle of the Sahara. Another command, and you're surrounded by a rainforest alive with rain and mist. And then there's the floor. At first glance, it looks like reflective black marble streaked with glowing orange veins. But when you step on it, you realize it's something else entirely. It shifts, adapts, softens where your feet land, cushioning your every step, like walking on living stone. When you move, the glowing veins beneath your feet ripple outward, as if the motorhome is responding to your presence. In the center, a crystalline table glows faintly with suspended holograms hovering above it. You wave your hand, and instantly the room responds. Maps expand into the air. Real-time traffic projections swirl like constellations. Entertainment menus unfold as if pulled from another dimension. There are no switches, no clunky screens, no physical barriers. Just you, light, and infinite control. A section of the wall slides open, revealing a compact but futuristic kitchen. Black counters trimmed in glowing orange edges come alive as appliances silently rise from hidden compartments. A stove that doesn't burn with flame, but with a controlled glow of plasma. A refrigerator that recognizes what you store inside, cataloging freshness, calories, and even suggesting recipes. This isn't a motorhome kitchen, it's a self-aware culinary assistant. Even the water dispenser doesn't pour from a tap. Instead, droplets form mid-air, glowing softly before they condense into a glass dot. Beyond the kitchen lies a hidden chamber. At first, you think it's just another wall, but when the orange light pulses twice, a doorway slides open, revealing what looks like a pod's sleek oval, glowing faintly from within. Step inside, and the pod seals with a whisper. The walls project calming visuals, floating galaxies, waves crashing against distant shores, clouds drifting endlessly. Soft frequencies vibrate through your body, slowing your pulse, quieting your mind. This isn't just a meditation pod, it's an escape pod for the soul. And then comes the bedroom. At the press of a command, the walls shift, the lights dim, and a platform slides silently from beneath the floor. What emerges isn't just a bed, it's a cocoon. Its edges glow softly, and when you lie inside, the motorhome syncs with your body rhythms. Temperature adjusts to perfection, the mattress molds to your shape, and the ceiling above dissolves into a starfield projection that slowly shifts as though you're drifting through the cosmos. You don't just fall asleep, you fall into another world. Luxury doesn't stop at function. It's in the details. Every panel, every seam, every hidden compartment is designed with obsessive precision. The handles you never touch, because doors open at your command. The windows that shift opacity with a thought, turning from black glass to transparent starlight. Even the air feels engineered, purified, ionized, carrying a faint warmth that matches your breathing cycle. But for all its beauty, the interior is still just the beginning. Because the true heart of this motorhome, the core of its identity, lies at the very front. The cockpit, the place where this colossal machine stops being a home and transforms into something more. A ship, a weapon, a command center for the future. Walking forward, you notice the lights change. The orange glow intensifies, wrapping the corridor in fiery pulses that grow brighter with every step. The walls narrow, the air feels charged, as though you're approaching something sacred. And then, the door to the cockpit slides open. What waits inside doesn't look like a driver's seat. It looks like the command throne of a starship. The cockpit isn't just a driver's seat, it's a throne designed for command. When the door slides open, the first thing that hits you is the glow. The fiery orange accents intensify here, casting sharp reflections across the obsidian-black surfaces, making the entire space feel alive, like the heartbeat of a machine that's waiting for you. At the center is the pilot's chair, but calling it a chair is an insult. It's a sculpted cradle. suspended slightly above the ground, hovering silently with magnetic support. As you sit, it closes around you like a protective exoskeleton. Soft obsidian leather presses against your back while illuminated veins of orange light run across the seams, syncing with your pulse. For a moment, you feel as though the motorhome itself is breathing with you. The controls aren't laid out in buttons or switches. Instead, the dashboard rises like a crystalline arc that curves seamlessly around the chair, embedded within our holographic panels that hover in midair, glowing faintly until you interact. Each gesture, each motion of your hand, brings the machine alive. With a wave, you can summon navigation maps that expand like galaxies before your eyes. Twist your wrist, and engine data swirls into glowing rings, each one pulsing with raw power. Directly in front, the panoramic windshield is no simple sheet of glass. It's a fractured crystal display, a living screen that merges the outside world with augmented overlays. As you grip the illuminated steering module, more like the yoke of a spacecraft than a wheel, the fractured glass lights up, projecting speed, distance, terrain analysis, even real-time energy flow across its surface. Every detail feels like you're inside a fighter jet designed not for war, but for domination of the open road. But then, the cockpit goes further. Lean back, and the ceiling above dissolves into a holographic dome. Stars stretch across infinity, data flows like constellations, and even your route unfolds as a glowing orange path that leads far into the horizon. It doesn't feel like you're driving on Earth, it feels like you're navigating through space. And yet, the most haunting detail is silence. Despite the sheer power humming beneath the floor, the cockpit is eerily quiet. The only sounds are the low, rhythmic pulses of the orange-lit dashboard, like the steady heartbeat of a colossal beast waiting for you to unleash it. On the left armrest, you notice something unusual. A smooth black orb, no bigger than your palm, hovers faintly above the surface. This is the AI command core. Place your hand over it, and it responds instantly, glowing brighter. A voice whispering directly into your ears, not through speakers, but through vibration conducted into your bones. The AI isn't just a guide. It's a co-pilot, alive, responsive, adapting to your tone and even your emotions. Ask it to plot the fastest route, and it maps it instantly. Ask it to create a scenic journey across mountains, forests, or coastlines, and the entire dashboard lights up with possibilities. The motorhome doesn't just drive, it adapts. The cockpit gives you complete control over its transformation. With one command, the suspension rises, armor plates extend, and the wheels glow brighter, prepared for off-grid exploration. With another, the entire body lowers, fins fold inward, and the vehicle glides silently like a stealth ship through city streets. And then comes the ignition sequence. Forget turning a key or pressing a button. Here, the start is ceremonial. You rest both hands on the glowing yoke, the orb pulses 3 times, and then silence breaks. The cockpit erupts in light as the fractured crystal windshield bursts alive with data. The wheels outside emit a radiant orange glow, and the deep growl of hidden power shakes the floor beneath you. You don't just start an engine, you awaken a monster. But here's the twist. You realize that even the cockpit isn't designed for one. Behind the throne, 2 additional co-pilot pods rise from the floor. Smaller, sleeker, designed for companions who can join the ride. They have their own holographic interfaces, their own immersive displays. It's not just your journey, it's a shared odyssey, where everyone inside becomes part of the machine's heartbeat. And just when you think you've seen it all, the motorhome reveals its most chilling trick. With one command, the windshield transforms entirely, shifting into a fully immersive simulation mode. The outside world vanishes, replaced by hyper-realistic visualizations. You could be driving through Tokyo at midnight, across alien landscapes, or even through stormy seas, and the motorhome adjusts its lighting, sound, and even vibrations to make the illusion complete. This isn't just a cockpit. It's a portal, a bridge between reality and imagination. And sitting in that throne, gripping the glowing controls, staring into the fractured crystal glass, it doesn't feel like you're in control of a vehicle. It feels like you're holding the future in your hands. And still, there's more, because when you finally take it onto the road, the experience transforms once again. The moment you guide this machine out of the showroom, reality bends. The city outside reacts instantly, the obsidian-black body shimmering under neon lights, the glowing orange accents casting reflections across every window, every building, every staring face. People don't just notice it, they freeze. It's not a car, it's not a motor, it's a spectacle, and you're at the center of it. The fractured crystal windshield stretches the city ahead like a cinematic screen. Every detail is enhanced, every light amplified, every movement around you perfectly outlined in glowing orange data. With a subtle motion, you press forward on the yoke, and the beast responds smooth, silent, yet terrifyingly powerful. The first acceleration hits like nothing else. Zero hesitation, zero lag. One instant, you're crawling through the streets. The next, you're gliding forward as if the road itself is pulling you. The wheels glow brighter, spinning with the intensity of molten cores, each rotation releasing a low hum that resonates through your chest. You don't hear it with your ears, you feel it in your bones. And as you glide across the highway, the motorhome doesn't drive, it hovers with precision. Its suspension, adapting second by second. Every bump, every dip, every imperfection vanishes. It feels like the asphalt was rebuilt just for you. Perfectly smooth, endless. Inside the cockpit, the AI whispers updates, projecting holograms of routes, energy flows, and even your heartbeat in real time. You take a sharp curve on, the machine leans with you. Like a predator hunting its prey, its aerodynamic fins slicing through the air. There's no sense of struggle, no sense of resistance, just dominance. But then, you give the AI a single command. Show me what this motorhome can do. The world transforms. The fractured glass windshield fades into full augmented mode. And suddenly, the road stretches into a glowing orange tunnel of light. Every car ahead dissolves. Every obstacle outlined and calculated. Every path optimized. You're not driving anymore. You're commanding. And the vehicle obeys with terrifying accuracy. Acceleration. It surges like a jet fighter leaving the runway. Braking. Instant. Precise. Like physics itself bends to your will. And cornering. It feels impossible. Yet here you are. Taking bends at speeds no motorhome should survive. It doesn't just survive. It thrives. And then comes the silence. You deactivate the AI assistance. Slow to a crawl and pull to the edge of the road. The glowing wheels dim. The fractured windshield softens. The heartbeat of the machine slows. You step out. And as you do, the city behind you keeps moving. But everyone around has stopped, staring, recording, whispering. You realize something in that moment. This isn't just a vehicle. It isn't just a luxury statement. It's a declaration of the future, where power, elegance, and imagination merge into something the world has never seen before. A future where roads don't limit you, where design doesn't follow tradition, and where technology feels alive. And as you stand there, looking back at the colossal silhouette glowing against the night, you know one thing with certainty: whoever owns this machine isn't just driving. They're rewriting what driving means, because this isn't transportation. This is transformation. And if this glimpsed into the future shocked you, imagine what's coming next. So before you scroll away, do one thing: hit that subscribe button. Because here, on this channel, we don't just talk about cars, we show you visions of tomorrow. Machines so powerful, so impossible, that once you've seen them, you'll never look at the road the same way again. This was the obsidian-black orange-lit beast. But tomorrow, it could be something even bigger, even bolder, even more impossible. So stay tuned, subscribe now, and prepare to witness the future, because this is just the beginning.